Hi guys, so as I was saying, I used to live in Garden Grove, California. Matter of fact, it was Viking Circle. Come to think of it, Viking Circle. Thank you, God. Like a big old ship. So I appreciate that so much. To me, that has spiritual meaning for me right now, and that's so cool. But anyhow, yeah, Disneyland was in my backyard in Garden Grove, California, and every night the fireworks would go off in our backyard. So we had a beautiful home there, and I was so grateful to my dad who brought us all out. My dad was a visionary too, and he had some motivations and desires for himself, not just for himself. He wasn't selfish and self-seeking, and so that's where I get my little forglobalpeace.com ideas from. My father's inspiration and perspiration, if you will. So, and my father was for everyone everywhere, not just some people, but for all people. My father was a reader, and he was a leader, and he tried to help people in democratic ways so profoundly, and I know that. And so I'm so grateful to my dad and to my mom both, and always will be inspired by them, you know. Matter of fact, when my dad was living in Southern California at that time that I had moved out there with my second husband, I want to say this. My dad was forming an organization called NOAH, National Organization of American Hispanics, I believe it was. So it never got any recognition, and he was working for he was working up in Compton. They had a contract up in Compton. So when I say straight out of Cleveland, straight out of Flagstaff, straight out of Compton too, I mean it, because I used to drive the boom truck, the lift truck, and my husband would get up in the basket and paint the poles, and I would just drive the truck along the roads in Compton, California. So before Compton was even Compton, it seemed like. So it's kind of funny, but yeah, I liked watching that movie about Straight Outta Compton. That was so cool. See, they tried to tell on themselves just a little bit, un poquito. Hollyweird needs to tell on themselves for real, because they've been, the Hollyweird, Purple Mafia, Illuminati thugs have been exploiting people and their talents and trades forever, exploiting them to the hilt, using them, guilt-tripping them, playing games with them, and ugly stuff. And so back to this Disneyland thing. Yeah, Disneyland was in California, and then Disney World in Florida. So the Purple Mafia thugs, they love the golf fields, they love the entertainment industry, they love Las Vegas. They're really in Las Vegas. Because, guys, how do you build a casino? How do you build a casino? Everybody says, we're going to build a casino. It'll help to raise revenue. It'll give jobs, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Let me show you how you build a casino, guys. I'm going to show you real quick here. See this here? We're going to pretend like this is the lobby of the casino, okay? So right here, this gets built first. And you know what gets brought in next? The machines that take your coins, and they open up this lobby. Okay, and all of a sudden you see a truck pull in after the machines open up here. All of a sudden you see a truck pull in, and then they start building this part of the casino here. See? Right here. And how they do that is because of all the cha-ching, the loose change from these machines, help to fund the building of the casino. See? So as the casino building goes in stages, they get the money from the people playing their games, and people don't see it right under their noses. So that's the problem that I got. We need to tell the truth. Tell the truth. We're all being lied to and exploited, and addiction and affliction is really real for people, and the indigenous people, they have really been exploited, and I'm not with it. I'm not down with it, because the 1% parasitical globalist elite thugs, the real drug dealers, they need to tell the truth. They need to tell the truth with the heroin, the meth, the alcoholism, addiction, and affliction, and drama, trauma, and chaos that they created throughout history. The Rockefellers, John D. Rockefeller, who was a part of AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, okay? They knew they had trouble coming because they had so much alcoholism going on in this country. That's why they put this together, okay, folks? Don't think it just happened by mistake, because it didn't. These 1% parasitical globalist elite bad boys, these warmongers, because the first word in the first chapter of the big book is war fever, baby. It ain't peace fever, it's war fever. I'm humbly Anna Anders here on this YouTube channel. I know what time it is. I know what time it is, baby, and we all been duped. We all been duped. But it's time to wake up and take up the truth. And the truth is, higher power, sacred creator, this hour, created sacred planet Earth and gave birth to all these cultures. And so the problem is the 1% parasitical elite, globalists, they want to exploit it, desecrate it, and cover up the lies, you know? Cover up the lies to steal all the gems and stuff, you know? Cover up the lies to steal and to gouge out sacred Mother Earth when she gives birth to these beautiful natural gems, you know what I'm saying? So this is what it is. It's all being exploited. So I'm guilty of having a few rocks here. These came from different places, like Goodwill, my other half, good people giving us little things as little gifts. But otherwise, I don't, you know, my father used to say, when you collect things, things collect you. You become a prisoner of the things you collect. So, and that's so true. And my father, he gave out some good words of wisdom. So I try to keep it real simple and real baseline with my living these days. And for me, when I get up in the morning, I ain't thinking about what pretty dress am I going to put on? What pretty hat am I going to wear? Pink hat, pink pussy hats. I ain't wearing that shit. Okay, we got to get behind all that crap too. And I can tell you people, the 1% globalist parasitical elite, they're the ones that came out with those costumes of the pink pussy hats. How stupid are you? You know, like Hollyweird style, pink pussy hats, okay? They think that they're going to get away with it. It's going to backfire on them. It's going to backfire on them like everything else backfires on them. It's just a matter of time, okay? Not corrupt time, help me God. It's a matter of spiritual divine timing. It'll backfire. It will backfire on all of them. These dirty dudes cannot get away with this stuff. And speaking of dirty dudes, I'm going back to the Disney rant here. So people, we've been supporting Disneyland and all this, you know, movies, toys, products, brands, you name it. But people, right now, there's a huge scandal going on, and nobody wants to talk about it. It's called the Pizzagate scandal. Pizzagate scandal. Google, YouTube. And it came out of the Podesta emails to Hillary Clinton and all of it. There's some really weird shit that went down just before Hillary Clinton was supposed to get into office there. And so there was a big scandal that they're all trying to cover up right now. It's called the Pizzagate scandal. But it is not just a scandal that came out of a pizza shop in corrupt Washington, D.C. It's a scandal that's been scandalous all along from the 1% parasitical elite, globalist warmongers. And it goes back to Hollyweird. And it involves the movie stars too. And some of the movie stars right now are talking about it. And they're giving up the goods, meaning the truth. But there's a lot of what I want to say here about Disney Corporation. Go back and watch all their movies. You're going to see the subliminal messages encrypted and embedded that are of a pedophile nature, okay? Corrupt and perverted. So that's what it is. And so, and it's not just that. It also goes back and beyond to the old establishments, okay? To the monarchy as well. To Ireland, there's a recent video as well, and I'll try and find that video and load that up, guys. To Ireland as well. They just recently, at an orphanage, they uncovered a mass grave of children. So, you know, these orphanages that were set up to, I'm looking out the window to see if my granddaughter's here yet. These orphanages that were set up to help families, supposedly, not necessarily. It was an old way of human trafficking for children and breaking families up and causing chaos and stuff. So that's what it is. I'm humbly Annie Anders. I got to see if my granddaughter's here. I will do another video if necessary. Bye-bye.